What's up, you guys? It's Jonno. Today I want to do a kind of informational video. I found something that's super interesting on my phone related to Pokemon Go, but I don't know exactly what it is, you guys, and it's creeping me out. So we're gonna dive into this, alright, you guys? The other day, Wifey's phone got a virus. This has absolutely nothing to do with Pokemon Go. Her phone got a virus. I had to wipe her entire phone. She got a really bad virus. I had to clean out all of her pictures, clean out all the videos of Pokemon stuff that she's recorded. I'm probably gonna do like a Wifey Pokemon Go update. She had a ton of videos that I didn't even know about. She hit like level 30 or something on video, and she just has a video of it I didn't even know about. So anyway, I'm cleaning out her phone, and I was using this program called Tree Size. Alright, you guys, this is a very awesome program that shows you the largest files on your phone so you can figure out what stuff you need to look at and what stuff you need to save, because there was things buried in folders where I couldn't find them. So this just showed me all the large files so I could go straight to the large files and pull them off. And that's always your pictures and your media and everything that you want to get. But I found some really weird stuff in the Pokemon Go cache. Pokemon Go is caching really large files, you guys. I don't know what they are, so I'm really determined to figure out what the heck are these files. Okay, so first off, you guys, if you want to recreate this process, I am going to demonstrate for you how I was able to find these files on my phone and confirm that they are from Pokemon Go, and I cannot figure out what the files are. What are these files? I don't think these were on our phone before. I would have noticed them. They're big. I look at my phone, you know what I mean? Like, I look at the size of things on my phone. I just feel like I would have noticed these, but maybe they were here before. Maybe somebody can correct me and tell me in the comments, were these here before? Do you know? I don't know. All right, I just found them. They're very large files. They're huge. All right, so first off, in order to use this program, you have to choose a directory to scan. So I chose my phone as a directory to scan. So you go to computer. All right, there's my Galaxy S8. And you're going to want to scan your phone, alright? Scan the phone because that's where your Android folder is, and that's where all these cache files live, alright? I've already scanned that folder. It took me a few minutes to scan it, so I scanned it before I started the video. Alright, I've got about 6 gigs of videos over here in AZ Screen Recorder, alright? You can see all these MP4s. I should probably pull those off, alright? Over here I got about 1.2 gigs inside of Android, and most of it is allocated in data right here, and that's where we're going to dive down into. Alright, you guys, look right here. It says Android, and then the subfolder is data, and then the subfolder is, look at this, com.nianticlabs.pokemon Go. That's their actual, that's basically the name of their application, and their cache folder replicates that name as well. So that's how we can guarantee that this is Pokemon Go. It's not a fake Pokemon Go folder. This is Pokemon Go's cache right here. Alright, now what is this? Files. 214 megabytes. Like, why are there 214 megabytes of cache files? All these other, look at all these other, look, this is Google right here. Google Maps only has 4 megabytes of cache. Why does Pokemon Go have so much more cache than Google Maps? It doesn't make sense, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense, alright? So, all these other apps, Facebook Messenger, or Facebook, that's apparently Manager. There's probably like multiple Facebook things in here. Anyway, there's just like, there's things that have almost no cache. There's things that have itty bitty tiny caches. I mean, 236K for the cache on this. And here we are with like one of the biggest folders in my cache. Probably the biggest folder inside my cache. It is. No, 570 megabytes from my 3D gallery. That makes sense. Because it's rendering 3D, so it's got a high cache. YouTube has a pretty big cache as well, and then right below that, number 3 in line on the cache on my phone is these bundles. Alright, you guys, so look at this. Inside of here, we have a folder called Bundles, 170 megabytes. What are these bundles? Well, we'll never know what these bundles are because they don't have a file extension on them. Now, what kind of a super secretive, you know, move is that to make a bunch of really large files but don't put a file extension on them? The one thing that I need to know so I can look up what are these files and how do I open them to see what's inside of them is the file extension, and that's the one piece of information that's not there. So I'm like, what the heck are these files? And it's pretty secretive the way that they've been put here with no file extension. Everything else in here has a file extension. Well, actually, a lot of this stuff doesn't have a file extension. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's how caches work. I don't know, but these bundles are very large. They're larger than all of the others. This one has a file extension. I'm just looking for files in here. These all have file extensions. These all have file extensions. You know what I mean? Like, everything else that's in here pretty much has a file extension. So it's like, what are these? You know, they're all .dat files. Some of these don't have extensions though, so I'm curious what these are. You know, what are these? Game Master, Asset Digest, I don't know what those things are, you know. And then of course we have the cache, which is in here as well. The Unity shader cache. They updated the app to Unity recently. If you guys don't know what that means, Unity 3D is just like pretty much app development environment for game developers, and it's pretty, you know, cutting edge, but it has its limitations as well. Shout out to my man Shiny6. Alright, so anyway, they got some cache stuff in here. Those also have no extensions, so I mean, it's like, we know that this is all just Unity files, so I mean, these aren't necessarily like the most, you know, interesting files. There's other stuff in here that has no file extension, but these are large. Everything else is small. Even the Unity resources are small, and they're rendering 3D over there, you know? So it's like, why is this so big? What are in these bundles? I don't know. I would like to know what's in these bundles. If anybody knows what's in the bundles, I would like to know. The date that they are modified, look, last modified 4/7, 4/5, 4/1, 4/10. Doesn't look like we get a whole lot of them on certain days. I don't know, you guys. I just don't know. Alright, they have a lot of files sitting here from a long time ago. I don't know how long these files have been sitting here. They're old. I mean, look at these. These are like over a month old. We're getting all the way back into April, and I don't know what they are. They're very large. Anyway, you guys, I wanted to bring the content to the channel. You know, we had a recent privacy update, and they said specifically that they are going to be storing all kinds of PII, personal identifiable information. Alright, information that could identify you, such as your location, your email, your name. All this information paired together could identify you, and that's a very, very big obligation to keep that information secure and not let it get into the hands of the wrong people where they could target you or hurt you, or you know, do something like that. So anyway, it's a very big obligation, and of course, now that we've seen all the fallout from Facebook recently, and people like very large companies not handling that information correctly, I think that people have a little bit of a closer eye on what is happening with regards to our data, and I believe that these bundles are data. I believe that these are some kind of private data. This is the data that they're talking about, that if they were in a position to go bankrupt or sell their company to another entity, they would sell all that data, and I do believe that this is that data, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's just speculation at this point, but these are extremely large files, and if you guys are looking for a way to clean out your phone and get rid of some pretty large files, it's about 170 megabyte of files for me, so it may be some large files for you as well, and it could clear up some phone space, but I don't know if you can delete them, because I don't know if the app actually needs them or what they are. So I'm kind of curious about that. I'm curious if I deleted them, could I still play the game? I don't know. I'm not willing to risk it. Alright, so anyway, you guys, that's going to be the end for this quick video. I did find some very large files. I don't know exactly what they are, but they're larger than any other cache files for any other app that I'm using, so it seems a little bit strange to me. So I was just going to bring that content to the channel and say, look, does anybody know what this is? Anybody want to comment on what this is? Maybe these have been here for a really long time. Anybody who has already been, like, you know, looking at your phone resources for a long time and you already knew that these were here and they're nothing new? I don't know. Alright, just want to put the content out there. Thanks everybody for watching my video. Thanks to my awesome subscribers, and peace.